Hi, I'm Scott Murray from BestFamilyCars, and I'm about to do something very, very naughty. This is the Mazda BT-50. It's a ute. Utes are awesome. Mazda Australia has loaned it to me full of fuel for 5 days. Five days in which I will be committing one of the most unspeakably hideous crimes as stated in the Australian Motoring Journalists Code of Conduct. I have a copy here. Thou shalt not test any vehicle of any light commercial or utilitarian nature with any overtly or obtusely or inherently realistic or vaguely relatable or informative due diligence, comprehensively utilising the pseudo-agricultural nature of any such light commercial or utilitarian vehicle in any matter which might be deemed useful or helpful to the commonest of peasants, labourers, farmers, or the general society, will be strictly frowned upon by this noble establishment. Subsequent complicity, affiliation with any third-party acts in breach of this blah blah blah. Get banned! Don't twist the belt. Continuity error. Insert child. You got to change a nappy or whatever it may be. That's handy. I genuinely didn't think that was going to happen with space for family. What day is it? Based on my extensive research conducted only this morning, most car reviewers just pretend to test utes. But they don't deliver the important answers to the big questions people like you might need to know before spending 60 or 70 grand on a ute like a BT-50. Yeah, it's pretty good. It all fits. Good morning. You join me the following morning because last night I managed to not make it to the nursery in time, to the garden centre. So thank you, Christmas traffic. Excellent. So this morning I'm going to play things a little bit more realistic and got my bacon and egg McMuffin. Got my oat flat white from McCafe. I've just noticed with the cup holder, it's so deep that my cup would just be resting on the lid. So I thought I'd try and use my tape measure to you know, take up some of the height, but in fact my tape measure doesn't even fit in there properly, and I would recommend Mazda that needs to be fixed, because every single tradie who buys this vehicle is going to have a drink of some sort in that cup holder, and it is way too deep. Now I'm going to stick it in reverse and have another crack going down my driveway. Only this time I now have my vehicle, my beloved Subaru Outback, to avoid as well. However, the good thing is I managed to set the vehicle up fairly straight so that I should just be able to go straight down the driveway nice and slowly. Now the reason that wheelbase on this vehicle is important is because wheelbase helps determine how good the turning circle is going to be, and in fact it's quite good on this vehicle. It's less than 12 meters curb to curb, so that's pretty good. Now what's interesting about coming down the driveway here is that I have a curb right here that I do not want to ramp. Now what I have noticed about the steering here is that it's just got this slight numbness in the first few inches of rotation, which is a bit annoying when you're trying to back a trailer down a hill. Many tradies will be trying to do this, and you need accuracy. You need to correct the trailer really quickly, but you don't have that kind of feedback. Once you're driving, that slight lack of, that slight, just fractional numbness, just that I was talking about in the driveway when reversing, I think that might have been because the weight was off the front end. Because now that the weight is on the front end, because I'm driving properly, it actually, around that roundabout, it was quite agile. There's actually quite good feedback, and it was at low speed. So, you know, the weight was over the front end. It was pushing down on the front axle. So I'm loaded at the front again now, coming downhill, and there's lots of it. You can feel it. Look, it's ready to make that turn. Obviously, it's not a race car, but that's the difference between a budget ute and a ute made by the grown-ups somewhere like Mazda or Ford or Toyota or Mitsubishi. Because when you've got half a ton on the back, you know, and potentially someone in the back seat in a child restraint, you know, you need a vehicle that's gonna do what you tell it to do. You don't want to be, you know, circling in dead space. You want something that's going to be agile and is going to respond. You just have to put in that little bit of extra rotation to get it to keep it straight, or to get it to go where you need it to go. Now obviously this is a characteristic that you will adapt to, right? And you will get to know your ute as you use it more often. So I wouldn't categorize it as a write-off. I wouldn't be scratching it off the list. It's just it's a nuance. just wanted to quickly comment on how this thing drives on dirt road as well, because obviously country buyers are going to have to deal with dirt roads a lot, and we're just going to turn onto this little dirt back road which is covered in moonscape style potholes, and it is you can hear the rattles. Most of that is my aluminium drink bottle in the door, but this thing is not particularly phased. As I say, there's a bit of, you know, kidney jiggle, but that's pretty normal of leaf springs and corrugations, but it's pretty well behaved. We're just going through this crest and the thing doesn't get light, stays nice and settled. Obviously it helps having weight over the rear axle to keep it all down. And now if I just do a little brake test, obviously it takes quite a while because of the additional weight and downhill and the grip on the tyres, but it's pretty composed. Picking up soil today in the BT-50. The thing with soil is you have to be very careful of the weight, because soil is very compact. Obviously there's not a lot of holes and air gaps, so basically a cubic meter of soil equals 1 ton. So you can't go putting 1 ton in the back of this SP version of your BT-50, but you could hypothetically, if you weigh 65 kilos, put in a ton worth of soil into the GT version. So I've asked for specifically 3/4 of a meter for about, oh, you can feel it going in. Oh. You can feel the suspension stay right down. But that's about 0.7 of a ton in the back there. Good morning, day one. First thing I've noticed trying to install the child seat, the capsule, is the door doesn't open very wide. So child seat sideways. Now I've left the seat in my position. I'm not the tallest bloke. I'm 175 plus or minus, and without actually, you know, strapping this thing in, you can see that it's right up against the seat there. If you have to do it, you probably want to do it on the passenger outboard seat, where you can obviously adjust the seat a bit more, and now you've got plenty of room. Isofix point down here, pretty easy to access. Just a little indicator there. Ugh. So I'm just going to lean over, and then Isofix number 2. Up here we have a little pull tab. Drops the seat back, and then we have side centered tab here. And what you have to do is thread the top tether point through here and connect it sideways to this central anchor point. It's a bit convoluted and not the most effective system, but I guess it's good enough. It works. Right Right, so I just wanted to trial something. I put the seat into a small person position, and I want to get my baby out of here. Squeeze your release tab, obviously unhook the cover, and then you have to lift up, rotate, take kiddo out that way. Not helped by this big chunky door that probably opens at, I don't know, a 75-degree angle instead of, you know, 90. That would be handy. But you also have your seatbelts right here for your rearward facing seatbelt path in the event that you don't want to use the isofix points for whatever reason. Connect your base. Happy days. Easy. And then if kiddo starts, you know, getting a bit demanding of, you know, in-flight drinks, you've got cup holders, and they're a decent size. In fact, I wonder if they will hold. The cup holders in the back seat are better than the ones in the front. Nice one. Shopping hook, in case your kids have been shopping. What's also good about sitting back here is you got heaps of leg room. It's a really comfy back seat. That seat design, Mazda, just phenomenal. It is so nice. Headrests come to a good height. Oh yeah. Oh, I could have a sleep back here. No, I really could have a sleep back here. I'm exhausted. Yeah. Oh look, you've got USB point and air vents because, you know, it's a $60-something thousand ute. Yeah, good, awesome. That's nice. Little spot for your phone. Plug your cord in. Yeah, alright. Nice one. Oh, live surround sound. That's mad. Alright, stuff to do. Testament to the maneuverability of this thing. Turning circles like 11 point something. He's up there with the rest of the dual cab utes. But on one of those big American pickup trucks, you're looking at 12, 13, 14 metres of turning circle. Wheelbase on some of those things, 3.5, 4 metres. Wheelbase on this is just on 3 metres. You're building a block of apartments, all the trucks park out the front, but your ute can go right up to the front door. There you go, big test. Ready? Scraping the entrails off the back gardening excrement to just make this an authentic road test. I hope you've gotten as much out of this review as I have. I've quite enjoyed the BT-50. It's really nice to drive. It hauls hogs, it behaves itself on the road, and it's a really nice thing to sit in. So if you need a dual cab ute that has sass and is outlandish and jumps over mountains, then this is not it. It's a well-behaved, civilized, grown-ups ute. It's a tool of the trade. I'll break your back. I'm Scott Murray from Best Family Cars, and if you are looking for a discount on a BT-50 or any other ute, you can, you know, like, subscribe, visit the website, give you a hand. In the meantime,